I'm Joey,
I'm Carleen.
and this is Triple the Nonsense. So if you're listening only, Pete's not here today. We don't know where he is, but we haven't thought to look for him. So we're just recording the two of us. So welcome to Triple the Nonsense, but with only two people.
This should be a fun adventure.
It should be something. Carleen, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm on summer break.
You're on summer break. I'm
It's
jealous.
summer. So basically all day today I've been cleaning and watching Yellowstone. So
Ooh.
it's a really good show. I highly recommend.
I'll add it to my long list of shows I have to watch because there's too many.
Listen, okay.
And not enough time in the world.
I've been chatting with my friend Katie, and I told her between all the books I want to read and the television shows her and a bunch of my other friends are giving me, I'm set for summer.
Oh, same for sure.
So
there's so much content to take in. It's great.
Yes, absolutely. What about you?
I'm good. Tired and stressed, not on summer break. If you're watching, you see I have a new microphone cover. It's red now because my old one's covered in Nutella, so I bought a new one. All good things. Oh, happy Memorial Day when this is being posted.
Yes.
As you're potentially listening to this, I'm potentially marching down Main Street of my town with my band. So fun.
What?
Thank you, veterans, for your service. All good things.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just really, not that I'm counting down to the end of the school year, but there's like only 12 more school days left. And I'm already taking a personal day on Tuesday. So tomorrow, if you listen on the day this comes out, because I'm leaving my district at the end of the year. So like I might as well use them, So
how many personal days do you have, and have you used any of them?
So we get 2 a year, but starting last year, you can like add 1 per year. So I started the year with 3, but before it was full time at the end of this year, with my like part-time schedule, every other day, if I needed a sub, because of the way my classes were scheduled out, I only needed to put in for like a half a day sub. So I've technically taken like 3 personal days, but because I put them on days where I only needed a half day sub, like they only went in as halves.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 1.5 left, taking a full personal day Tuesday. So I'll have half of 1 left, which I don't have one of those like only need a half day sub things anymore. But like if I wanted to, I could just like take a morning to sleep in and like come teach in the afternoon or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have 41 sick days. So
do you get paid for those?
But those are part
of, or no?
I don't. I asked. You only get them if you meet certain retirement requirements. But I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe they get saved because it's part of Maine state retirement, not specifically like just the school district. Like I'm not going to get them at my new job, obviously, but like when I eventually retire down the road, I think they still are. They're part of the Maine state retirement system. So it's like I'll get that then kind of thing. I could be very wrong about that, but from things I've heard and people I've talked to, I believe that's how it works. Oh well, so it's all good. All fine and dandy. That is life. So Pete, how are you doing? I'm gonna make so many jokes about Pete not being here this entire time.
Great, thanks, Pete.
We thought about getting like a guest host today or whatever, but then we're just like, let's just do the two of us. Why the heck not? So friendship time. You're stuck with me.
I've been stuck with you.
Touche. So what we're gonna do today, because like we thought about doing like a theme for like a one-off or something, and then we're like, could we just do a stream of nonsense? Hello. We could do a stream of consciousness slash nonsense. Wow, I really can't talk. Good thing we have a podcast. But then I found this random question generator online. I was like, we could just ask some random questions. Hence why this episode's called Random Nonsense, because we're just gonna like answer some random nonsense. I don't know what the questions are because it's a random question generator. I just Googled it, no sponsor. And it could spark some fun conversation. It could spark nothing. Who knows? That's life. So that's it. Carleen, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Wait, okay. Generate random topic. Boom. Intriguing. What's your dream job?
Okay, so I do have an answer to this, but if I wasn't a teacher, I would love to be a travel blogger.
Fun.
Because I love to travel. I've always wanted to like travel around all 50 states, out of the country, that type of thing. But to write and talk about it and all that seems very fun to me. So if I wasn't a teacher, I would be a travel blogger.
That'd be so fun. For me, I'm living the dream job, sort of. I mean, maybe not with the way the country's going right now. I digress. But in a similar vein, if I was not a teacher, an unrealistic dream job would be like sort of like what a lot of famous people are living right now. I would love to be like a music artist, but also an actor, because there's a lot of people that do both nowadays.
Yes.
And like, do I think I'm necessarily talented enough to do either of them? No.
Yes.
But like, if someone one day showed up to my house and said, "Hello, here's a record contract and a movie deal," I would not question it. I would go. Because I think that'd be fun. Realistically, I don't know who I talked about this with the other day, but I honestly don't know what I would do other than teaching if I wasn't a teacher. Because like, I love performing and like I play in a couple community groups and stuff, and I've been asked to guest conduct a couple of groups this summer that I'm going to get paid for, but like that's inconsistent gigs. That's not like a steady job, and I'm one that loves a steady job. It was my friend Betsy. That's who I was having this conversation with. Love Betsy. Hi Betsy. I don't think you listen. I honestly don't know what else I would do if I wasn't a music teacher. Because I could go, I would love to be a famous TikToker, but like, no. I could also say, I would love to be a famous podcaster, but also no. So I really don't know.
All right, I'm gonna add a question to this then. Did you always want to become a teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
Since probably like 6th grade. And it was between like either math or music. And then in 8th grade, my school system I grew up in did like the job shadow thing in 8th grade as opposed to high school, which I thought was weird, but maybe it worked. So like 8th grade, my friend and I, Jen, who's also now a music teacher, we shadowed our high school music teacher. And like after that, we both were just like, yep, music teacher. So it just like kind of fell into place. And here we are. So good question. Thanks. Random question time. Number 2. What is your favorite day of the year? I'm going to amend that other than your birthday, because that's what my initial response was going to be. But I feel like anyone could answer that and that's valid. So like favorite day of the year, not your birthday.
Is it talking about like holiday or just in general?
I think in general.
Okay. Well, when I used to live up north in Flagstaff, I really liked the fall time. So like that September, October time, because I saw the leaves change and just seeing the changes between like summer and fall. I loved, and I still love. So even though I don't really see it, even though I really don't see it where I live now in Arizona, but that's my favorite.
I love that. Fall's my favorite season, but like I'm not gonna pick a favorite day with the next. I don't want to be like, well, I like fall, October 29th. I don't know. But realistically, I think my favorite day of the year is July 4th. And it's not for like patriotic reasons, because if you know me, I don't like this country. Hot take. Let's not get into politics today. That's why. But every July 4th, my family and I go to my grandparents' house, and they live like a couple hours north of where I live in Maine, and they live like right on the lake. And we spend a couple days, and the weather's always beautiful, and we go on boat rides, and we go swimming in the lake, and just like it's always such a fun time. And my parents' anniversary is July 4th, so like not only is there like the fireworks and stuff, we're also just all together to like celebrate their anniversary and stuff. And like every summer, I'm always like, I can't wait to go there. Like that weekend's always so fun. We're all just in a good mood, and it's just a great time. So realistically, it's like July 2nd through like the 4th or 5th, but like to make it also like the added bonus of like at my parents' anniversary, because we're always like together and hanging out and having fun, we're gonna say July 4th.
Good one. That is a good one.
My family's like kind of fine, I guess. Question number 3 out of however many we decided to do. Would you we got a would you rather. Love that for us. Would you rather be the smartest moron or dumbest genius? Honestly, I relate to this question so hard because I think I am a smart moron. So, and I'm like living life. So I'm going to say that.
I'm really trying to think. So the smartest moron
Smartest
or
moron,
the stupidest genius?
the dumbest genius. Yeah,
Dumbest
stupid.
genius.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you think and I'll rationalize mine a little bit more because I
Okay.
take smartest moron as like book smart, knows things, can function in society, but like has moments of like just pure stupidity, whether that's in a social aspect or just whatever. Which I have those moments all of the time, but it always causes hilarity and I'm here for it. So like I would rather be like, oh, I'm an idiot, but actually I'm not, and here's why, as opposed to being like, I'm dumb most of the time, but I solved world hunger, you know? Like
Low key, I think that's me too. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it's like I'm good at my job. I can do things. I can hold a steady, good conversation. But sometimes I'm just a real dummy. That's fine. It's great.
There is nothing wrong with being a dummy.
Like I say this to my students sometimes. I'll just be like, look, I never claim to be smart. I have a bachelor's degree. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to teach you. Sometimes I'm dumb. And you know, that's fine. Call me out on it. Whatever. That's human. We all make mistakes. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on my forehead. Smartest moron.
Oh my God.
I won't. I'll never get a face tattoo. You know I love tattoos.
Yeah.
Never get a face tattoo. No, thank you.
Okay, good.
I am getting another tattoo in a couple weeks.
Oh. Which one is this one?
My cats. There's like a stencil I found that's like from the back. It's like two cats from the back and their tails loop into a heart.
Aww.
So I sent that to my tattoo artist and a couple pictures of my cats to be like, design it this way, August on the left, Daisy on the right. Because I was going to wait till they both die to get that tattoo, which won't be for like 15 plus years, hopefully, knock on wood. But I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, this is just a nice tattoo. Like this in no way signifies, oh, I'm sad because they're dead. It's just like a nice, cute tattoo that I'm gonna get anyways one day. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it now because I'm still in this phase of like, I have some expendable money and I'm in like still in a pandemic and could get it in like past any day. So let's just get tattoos we want.
Are you gonna get one of Wesley?
Wesley, I'm gonna wait and do like what I did with my childhood dog. Like when Wesley does pass, I'll get his paw print next to this paw print because this was my childhood dog's paw print, and Wesley's will go either here or here or here. I know people who are only listening cannot see, but I pointed to my arm multiple times.
Four different spots in the arm by the same paw print. There you go.
Yeah, because the cat one's gonna go like somewhere in this area ish. Or like maybe like here. I haven't decided yet. We'll kind of play around.
I almost like it better there because you'll have
like right underneath. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have your cats, and then you'll have. So I'm showing my arm.
But I also want to save this because I kind of like when my last grandfather passes, I've been between like two tattoo designs for them. I've actually been talking with Hillary a lot today about tattoos, so this is really just on my mind.
Hey, speaking of Hillary. Did she send you a TikTok?
She sends me like 10 TikToks a day. So
okay, maybe. But this TikTok was about if you put a hanger on your head, like did she? Yeah.
She sent that to me and she was like, when we hang out, we should do this because I'm gonna see her in like 3 weeks. Oh gosh, that's so exciting. So she was like, do we have to do this and make a TikTok? And I was like, absolutely.
I forget what she said to me. She's like, I think she was like, we have to do this, right? It's like,
I think that's what she told me, but I took it as when we see each other, we're doing this. Love Hillary. Shout out to Hillary. You're dope.
We love you, Hillary.
I remember what I was just saying. So when my maternal grandfather passes, because he's the last grandfather I have left, I was between, because I'm like, since I have a tattoo of my grandmother's, I had a couple of ideas for my grandfather's, either a birch tree because they both were like woodsy naturey people with their initials somewhere, or in a similar vein like a mountain range. And I really like the idea of getting like a mountain range on the inside of this arm. And
I
like
love that.
having it be like shaded in mountain peaks, but the tops be like snowy and like that's where their initials can go. That could also go like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Or like that could go like here. I don't know. Anywho.
You have enough space to fan tattoos.
Or like I could start branching on like my torso. Who knows? We got time. We got life.
I heard that torso is a pain in the rear to get
Oh,
tattooed.
for sure. I mean, no tattoo tickles. They all hurt, but yeah, I've heard theirs the worst. I agree. I love tattoos. I can't wait for us to get a tattoo. I thought of that today when I saw the Stitch stuff and sent it to you. I was like,
Did you buy any of it? I was jealous.
no, I bought a Lucario Funko Pop because that's another tattoo I've thought about getting is my because he's my favorite Pokemon. But I also have like 3 different other Pokemon tattoos I kind of want to get on top of the one I already have. I'm gonna run out of space eventually. It's fine. I love tattoos.
All right, next question.
Next question. What's your ideal way to celebrate your birthday? This one really hits home, especially because, like, I don't know about you, but I haven't actually been able to celebrate my birthday since I was 26 because of COVID. So, like,
Well, okay, so here's the deal. For me, okay, I truly don't make my birthday such a big deal.
boo. I
Only
love
no, no,
birthdays.
no.
They're all
Listen,
a big deal.
they are a big deal, but when I was younger, I never really got to celebrate it with friends because my
Mhm.
birthday is the day after New Year's.
Right, right,
So
right.
anytime I tried to plan with friends, or my parents would be like, all right, what do you want? Like everybody and their mother was out of town. So I
Mm,
really didn't get to celebrate it. Um, I got to celebrate my 18th birthday at on New Year's Eve.
mhm.
I got to celebrate my 21st birthday. That was a surprise.
I've never had a surprise party. That's goals. Carry on. Continue.
And then I think 25th. But that's really all any birthdays I've celebrated. I don't make it a big deal only because I know, where my birthday lies
Mhm.
and
So this question's perfect for you. So if none of those other factors were in the way, what would be your ideal way to celebrate?
um honestly, meeting you guys, meeting meeting everybody from TikTok. I think, finding a general central location and like spending New Year's through my birthday together. So,
I love that. Sorry, I turned my microphone off because my dog started barking, but I was listening to every word.
no, that's okay. These last 2 years, everybody that I've met through TikTok has really helped me. So
Mhm.
meeting like you guys and Dakota and Janae and Daniel and Katie and um, all of you guys. So
Would be so fun. I so agree. Um, I fell into like similar issues with my birthday. Hey, buddy, can you lay down? Wes, lay down. You sweet angel. Thank you. Anyways, because my birthday is 4 days before Christmas. So a lot of times if I tried celebrating on my birthday, it would be like, oh, like our family's out of town or we traveled to this state to be with family. I get that. Same thing. So a lot of times my birthday we either celebrated like a week early or like if we did celebrate it on my birthday, I would just be like, okay, it will be small because some people travel, which was fine. Like we always found a way to celebrate. It was fine. I will say though, as an adult, my favorite birthdays, and I think 26 as an adult was my favorite birthday, has been like, I have a really nice apartment that I live by myself. So it's like for my 26th birthday, I like deep cleaned it, got decorations, got food, and just like invited my closest friends over. And we just like had a party. And like earlier that day would be like lunch with my parents. Like we went and saw a movie. Then that night had a big party with friends. Like it was just so fun. So I was so excited to be like, oh, this is my new birthday tradition. And then COVID happened.
mm,
And for my 28th birthday last year, I was like, you know what? We're all vaccinated. Like things are starting to look up. Let's throw myself a birthday party. But then the day of the party was around the time that COVID started getting bad again. And there was a blizzard. So I was like, cool, let's cancel again. So realistically, long story short, my ideal way to celebrate a birthday is just like hanging with friends, having a party, not having a care in the world, and like especially because my 26th birthday, I made an ugly sweater theme. So we all wore ugly Christmas sweaters and it was so fun. It was so fun. So that's my answer. Or like a trip to Hawaii would be cool, but Like if
Can
we
you
have,
imagine everybody in Hawaii together?
I would not know what to do with myself. It would be so fun. One day we're all
It
gonna win
will
the
happen
lottery.
one day.
We're all gonna win the lottery at the same time, and all go to Hawaii together because all of our friends are teachers. Love that for us. Oh my gosh, hilarious! Speaking of Hawaii, where did you go on your last vacation? That's the next question.
Las Vegas.
Oh, I've never been to Vegas. I've always wanted to. I know that's the
You
popular.
have okay, no. You really have to. So it would have been my second time. I've gone to Vegas twice.
Mm-hmm.
One, I stayed at the Venetian. Highly recommend. Love that place.
Mm-hmm.
The second time I stayed at Mandalay Bay. Again, another great resort. Everything was so close. We were on the strip. It was amazing. I highly, highly recommend you go.
That can be where all of our TikTok friends meet. We just go to Vegas.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
Yes.
Where was my last vacation? I honestly, because I was supposed to go to London with my best friend in the whole world, April of 2020. Obviously, that did not happen. Before that, how are we defining vacation? Does it have to be like a week? Could it be a weekend? Like, what are we thinking?
Okay, the last time I was at Vegas, it was like a 3-day thing for me. So.
Okay. Like I count like vacations like that vacation. I agree. Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
I wanted to make sure they knew the rules. So
love that. I think by that vein, my last actual vacation was in 2018. I think it was 2018. It was. My parents and I flew out to Los Angeles because that's where my sister was living at the time. And we did Christmas there. We went to Disneyland on Christmas and it was magical and it was so fun. I mean, since then, like I've done some weekend Airbnb things with friends and whatnot, but as far as like traveling to a place that was like no care in the world because we just like celebrated life, I think it was LA in 2018. I'm pretty sure. Anyone who's listening, and by that I mean my parents, if there's another vacation I missed, let me know. I'll update the Instagram or TikTok. But I think it was that.
Oh man.
But I am going to DC in the middle of June to meet Hillary and our other TikTok friend Sarah because she's getting married and I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun. So like I'll count it's a weekend, but I'm counting that as a vacation too because it's it'll be the start of summer going to a wedding. I just spent way too much money on a new blue suit. I'm like stoked.
Listen, it's men wearing blue suits are very right now.
I've always wanted a blue suit. My only current actual full suit that like matches and everything because I have a blue suit coat that I like will pair with like khaki pants, which I think looks nice. But my only actual suit that I own that isn't my tuxedo for concerts is one that I got for college when I was 18, so 10 years ago. So like, can I still physically wear it? Sort of. Is it actually fit and comfortable? No. So like the fact that I like went and spent too much money on a brand new blue suit that like felt like I was wearing PJs, but like you saw the picture, like it looks like a very good suit. Should be because of the money I spent. I'm so excited. So I have like 3 to 4 weddings to go to this year. So like that suit's gonna put in the work.
Yeah, it is.
So just match it with a different shirt and tie every time. Good to go.
There you go.
Or at least a different type tie. That's a stupid question. I'm skipping that one.
What was the question?
It was, do you recycle? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did it.
You're right. Yep.
Ooh, this one's nifty. What are some things that you shouldn't say during a marriage proposal?
You shouldn't bring up any of your previous relationships.
Ooh, that's fair. That's real.
Like if you're talking about your significant other and saying how amazing they are, don't bring up like past relationships and how they failed. And yeah, that's I think the big one.
Could you imagine you were getting proposed to and you're like so say like I'm proposing to you. What if it was just like, Carleen, I really thought Rachel was going to be the girl I married, but then I met you.
I would
and
have
like blah blah
slapped
blah
you.
blah. Like horrible. Yeah, that's a good answer. Um, what's okay? I don't want to just steal that. So I think another thing that should like be okay. Hot take. They're fun to watch. They make good entertainment. I think gigantic, huge proposals like with a flash mob or something, fun. I would hate it. Like, granted, because of gender
I
stereotypes, I typically like wouldn't be one to get proposed to. But also, if I'm with a man, I could get proposed to. If someone did that to me, I'd be like, "That's cool," but we're in public and I'm embarrassed and I have anxiety, so stop it. Like, so like that's not really my
I
answer, but like those have a time and place, which is almost never.
I also don't think I could ever be on The Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Gross. I hate reality television. I don't care if that polarized people who listen. I hate it. Get out of here.
So I mean,
Another.
I would not. Okay, preface. I
Mhm.
would never be one to sign myself up, but if because I know certain people who are listening will do this to me. I.e. Olivia.
Write that down.
They would like just put me on the sign me up and then be like, "Hey, have you gotten a call?" And be like, "Yeah, asshole."
Listen, I would do it if someone said, "I signed you up for this thing. You'll get $10,000 even if you don't find love." I'd be like, "Great, give me that money." Fine. But what's my real answer to this proposal thing? I like your answer a lot. Don't bring up exes. Nah. I think whether because it's on the low side or on the high side, like if you're gonna propose to someone, don't bring up like if the ring was expensive or not. Like make it just about the relationship and how you want to spend the rest of your life with them. Like if it's true love, how expensive or inexpensive the ring is should not matter. That's my response.
Amen.
Next. No, we're gonna skip that one.
No, you can't just skip it without saying
No, I don't
what
like
it
that
is.
one. No, I can.
Joey!
One of them was what's your favorite subject in school? For me, it was music. It's what I'm teaching now. Duh. And then
Mine
the
was
other one,
writing.
I love that for you. I could see that. And then the other one I skipped was like, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh no, it's happening.
Bless you.
Oh no. Now it's like stuck in there. Help. I hate allergies. I've taken like 5 COVID tests this week. Granted, I did have a close contact with a student who got confirmed to have COVID, but I tested myself like 5 times this week because I was like, I must have it. I have these symptoms, but like really, the allergies are so bad right now.
They are
like, it's awful. It's just awful. So far, COVID negative. Anywho,
glad I could help you stop a sneeze.
Thank you. I appreciate you. This question's kind of interesting because I don't. Yeah. So, do you read reviews about a movie before deciding whether to watch it or not?
No, I don't. Well, okay, no, I take that back. Pending if it's like a more talked about movie. So, like any of the big blockbusters, I'll go to like Rotten Tomatoes and kind of like skim. Other than that, no.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar way. Like I'll see what people are saying or like get a vibe. But like if I see a bunch of negative reviews, but it's something I was excited to see, I'm not gonna not go see it. Like I'm still gonna at least give it a chance and go in and like make my own opinion or decision, I guess. So like when Captain Marvel came out, because of misogyny, there's a whole lot of negativity around that movie. So I like went into it being like, oh, it's probably gonna suck. But I love that movie. It's great. I've watched it more than once. Like it's a good movie.
I don't think I've ever seen Captain Marvel.
Very good. 10 out of 10. How can you call yourself a fan of the MCU and you haven't watched all of the movies? How dare you?
What? Brie out Larson, of how many?
Brie Larson is a treasure, no matter what the internet says. What is one thing that you cannot live without? I'm gonna say specifically like an item because it says thing. So like we all would say we can't live without our family or friends and air, whatever. But like, what like material thing can you not live without?
I don't even know. My glasses. Because I can't drive without my glasses. I'm like looking and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they're on my face. No, my glasses being one, because I wouldn't be able to drive and get around and all that. I obviously, technology, I wasn't going to say any of that because that's kind of a given.
Yeah, I was like, because we all could say our smartphones, but like everyone's tied to those now. That's not an exciting answer. I agree.
I
have the best answer. Are you ready?
I can't live without
Joey. No, I'm a person. I'm not a thing. How dare you? No, I have the best answer of all time. Are you ready?
Your dog, your cats.
No, they're living things. Chicken nuggets. I could not live life without chicken nuggies. I'm sad, chicken nuggies. I need a quick meal, chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
I just like am having a good day, chicken nuggies. Like can't live without chicken nuggets, man. I'm telling you. Best answer of all time.
Oh, see, I thought it was anything, living without anything, I also took as living. So
no,
that's what I said.
No, it's just that one. What's one thing that you can't live without? I take that as like an object. Animal.
Oh, I took that as anything, like any living thing. Moving on.
Whatever. That's a dumb question. Also a dumb question. I hate that question.
What was that question?
It was, what's your favorite sports team? I don't care. Oh, interesting. So I'm gonna rephrase it just because I don't like the wording of it, but like when you sleep at night, like how do you lay?
Okay. I start on my stomach. So I lay on my stomach. And some magic happens between when I go to bed and when I wake up, because I'm either on my side or on my back. So I'm really any bed laying position.
All over the place. Yeah.
All over the place.
I'm a similar way. When I go to bed, I like hug my pillows like cross arm like this. Very important. And my legs, this is visual. So if you're only listening, I'll do the best I can. Typically it's like my left leg is like sort of at an angle, but then my right leg is like bent out 90 degrees and then down, like spread, like complete coverage of the bed. I'm spread out. And then like I'll also wake up sometimes either on my side or on my back. And I've tried to go to sleep before like on my back, and I can, but like I'm always like I gotta hug the pillows and like just spread the legs, like just make me comfy. I don't know why. It's a comfortable position, 10 out of 10. But also like if my cat's laying on my bed, because August usually does, he'll like curl up in between my legs. So I'm just like, great, we're all happy here. Oh, my sweet angel. I love my animals. Ooh, another would you rather. Would you rather lose an arm or a leg?
Arm, because I wouldn't be able to dance. Well, no, I take that back. I could get a prosthetic leg, but I probably arm.
For me, leg 100% because I'm a saxophone player. So we need both arms.
So
moving on. Ooh. Okay.
I don't like this oohing.
How have you changed since you were younger?
Oh, sure.
This could go deep. This could be very surface level. However we see fit. If you want time to think, I think I could go first. But unless you want to go first.
I really think I've gained more confidence in myself. When I was younger, like middle school, high school age, I was, picked on for my weight, picked on, bullied, whatever, whatever.
Same, isn't it so fun? We love
and I didn't have necessarily, and I think I've talked about this before, necessarily like a group to fit into. I was in color guard for 4 years in high school, and I found that niche. And, I really kept myself. I had my friends, but the only time we really saw any of each other was during lunch or maybe one class in high school. So then I went on to college, really kind of found myself as far as what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started teaching. And then, you know, when the pandemic hit, it was really hard because, again, we were teaching from home. We were cooped up at home. I didn't have really anything to do. And then I found TikTok.
And then you met me.
I met some really amazing people. And actually, it's been 2 years in March. March this year marked my 2 years on TikTok.
Yeah, me too.
And
I think my first TikTok I posted was April, but I started using it March. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, since then I've gained more confidence than I could ever imagine. I've gotten to do stuff that I never thought I get to do. I found a love for something that I never expected in my wildest dreams to find
podcast.
Love and joy, among other things, and you know it.
Yeah, I know.
So I think, sorry to get it so deep, but I think that's what I've seen the most change in myself for.
Yeah, I love that. For me, I'm taller. I'm just kidding. That's not my answer. So honestly, hot take. I think now where I am in my life, I'm the most like I was as a child. And hear me out. So you know when you're younger, let's say like ages 6 to like maybe 11 or 12. Like but especially like 6 to 10, I would say. Like you live life, you like what you like, you say what you want, you just like there you have no care in the world because you don't know certain pressures yet, and you just like can like live life to the fullest and you just enjoy whatever because like you're growing, you're a kid. For most kids, hopefully, fingers crossed, like there hasn't been like the bad peer connections or anything, and you are who you are. I feel like I'm more like that younger version of Joey now that I'm like more confident because of just life and the internet and where I am in my teaching position, but also because of like coming to terms with my bisexuality like I did, and actually like living my full truth and like being the most authentic version of myself. I think that's more like I was as a child, as opposed to like teenage and college years where like, yes, I was still my goofy me self, like my personality's never changed, but it's like I wasn't like my 100% necessarily like 100% crazy chaotic Joey, because there was like that part of me that I hid from myself that I didn't even know that I was like hiding from the world, you know? So I feel like now at this point in my life, like, yes, I've been through a lot of changes and I have changed a lot, obviously, like, and I know more things, but as far as like who I am as a person and character wise, I think I'm like back to like that amount of just being myself that like we all have as children, which I think's lovely, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like one of my closest friends, Sarah, who I met in college. You don't listen to this either, but shout out to you. I remember like a few months after, like, because she was one of the first people I told that I was bi. I remember like a few months after, like whatever, and we were talking about it. She was like, honestly, I haven't said anything, but like I feel like the past couple months you've been the happiest I've ever seen you. Like you just seem like the most yourself, and you seem to like be enjoying life more. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like not hiding anything. Like I've always said I'm an open book, because I'm an open book. Ask me a question, I'll answer it. But like I'm now like 100% an open book because like I'm not hiding anything anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my answer to that. What do we say? A couple more questions?
Yeah, let's do
after we just got so deep.
Let's do 4 more questions. Let's make it a round number.
Deal.
Even number.
1. Yikes. No. It was, what's the best thing about your gender? I hate men. I'm not answering that question. Next question. How would you define success? I like this question.
Being able to do things your own way, and not really caring what others think, because, you know, being successful to you might be something different to me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I feel accomplished and successful about it, I feel like I've done well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's definition of being successful is very different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, how did you personally get to where you wanted? And it's the journey in getting there.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. I would define success because I agree it's the journey, but like at what point have you like, okay, I've achieved success, I'm done. Like it never stops. Like you're always like getting there, you know?
Yeah.
So I agree with you, that's the journey. But I would say like I would define success as being happy doing and being where you are and doing what you're doing, but also like looking back on certain things and not having regrets, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like I think of like my teaching career. Have I made mistakes and are there things I wish I could go back and do differently? Sure, we're human. But like, you know, I thought this a lot recently because I am switching jobs in the fall. Like I don't see the 6 years I've taught this district as a failure or like, oh, I failed because I'm leaving or whatever. Like I still like found a lot of success there and I've learned so much and I loved my time there. I love my kids, love the faculty. But it's just like obviously I'm like finding success now in like a different way. But like along the way of doing that, like I was successful. Like I was happy where I was. And like whatever. The only regrets I have is like COVID ruined everything, but that's out of my control. So
Yeah.
So yeah, happiness and like looking back and being like, yeah, I made the right choices and like this was good to get to where I am now, sort of thing. That was one. Two. This is me keeping track. So ooh, intriguing.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather be granted 3 wishes of your choice 10 years from today or be granted 1 wish today? That's a thinker.
That is a thinker.
10 years. I'll be 38.
10 years, I'll be 41. Ew.
Honestly, because I'm selfish, I think I would want to wait the 10 years to get 3 because 3 wishes is more than 1 and I want more wishes. So like, I'll wait. I'm patient. I'm a teacher. I'll wait. I'll wait for the 3. Hey, lay down, buddy.
I think I would be the same because who knows what that 1 wish right at this moment would get you compared to 10 years from now and what you could do with 3.
Yeah.
Like where you would be in 10 years and that.
Yeah. And like another way I think of it is like, you know me because we're friends and we talk. I had started like a house buying process, but then the market got way worse. So I stopped. So 1 wish right now could be, I wish I owned a house. But 10 years from now, with things changing in life, I could own a house and still have 3 wishes my way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's all about the long game, folks. Wait it out, get them 3 wishes.
Yep.
Okay, 3 out of 4 left. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Is it harder to exercise more or is it harder to eat healthier? Because I have an immediate answer.
I mean, I think for me, just with my job and what I do for a living, it's more hard for me particularly to go work out. Because during the school year, I have 2 options. I go at the butt of dawn at like 5:30 to work out for a half an hour, or after the school day, I have to go right from work. And like most times I've already had my workout for the day because I either ran after children, I dealt with, getting kicked, hit, bit, what have you. And I'm just exhausted and I don't even want to go to the gym after that. So
that's fair.
For me, I would say going out for exercise.
See, interestingly enough, my answer is the opposite. I think it's harder to eat healthier. And like, do I regularly exercise? No. But like, if like, I walk my dogs, like that's exercise. Even the other day I was bored, so I did some exercises while watching TV. Like if I get off my butt and do it, I can commit to exercise. I just typically choose not to. But again, remember when I said that the one thing I couldn't live without was chicken nuggets? Like those aren't healthy. I could not No, don't thank you.
I mean,
I've also done the restrictive diet thing before, which yes, I lost 30 pounds over a couple months, but like restrictive diets are also not sustainable. Hence, I gained that weight back because it's not sustainable. And I'm not saying don't eat healthy. That's not me preaching that.
yeah.
But like I think a lot of people mistake eating healthy for being restrictive, which is also not healthy in and of itself. So
Have
that's
you
my 2 cents.
ever, speaking of chicken nuggets, have you ever tried those vegan chicken nuggets?
I haven't, but a lot of like food replacement stuff, whether it's like vegan or tofu or whatever, most nowadays because technology's come a long way, a lot of replacement foods like that are very good. So I haven't tried those specifically because I'm gonna eat chicken nuggets. But I can imagine they're good. And also half of the joy of eating chicken nuggets is like picking what to dip them in. So even if a vegan nugget's not exactly like tasting like chicken, with the right honey mustard or yum yum sauce or barbecue sauce or whatever.
Oh,
Fine.
yum yum.
All right. Last
Last
question of the day.
one.
Oh, this is kind of fun for our last question. If you could try out any job for 1 week, what job would you choose to try? I would want to try to be president for a week because I'm so curious what that job's like. Because I would never, ever, ever, ever want to be president or any political power. Like I do want change to happen, but like no, thank you. Politics is not the game I want to play. So I would be so curious to try it for a week, see what Grandpa Biden's going through, and then be like, all right, back to music.
Oh, that's a good question.
Good job, random question generator. What a way to end.
I would say why this came to my mind, I have no idea, but it kind of went off of what you said. Secret Service.
Ooh.
I would love to see what they do for a week.
Oh my gosh. We can choose the same week and I'll be the president and you'll be the head of Secret Service.
Secret Service. Yes.
Oh, hilarious. That was not planned, obviously.
Oh man. Do we want to do one more for good measure?
No, I think that's a great way to end.
Well, guys.
What a way to prove that you always have my back.
Well, guys, another episode done. First time with just two of us.
Just the two of us. We can talk it if we try.
Just the two of us. We really hope you guys enjoyed this little fun one-off episode of us answering random questions. We're sure Pete's going to be back next week.
We gotta find him.
But in the meantime, if you guys have any ideas for any one-off episodes, or even any more future arcs, please let us know in the comments of the YouTube channel, comments in TikTok, or even our Gmail address, which is triplethenonsense@gmail.com. And we'd love to keep running tabs of those. If you are not following us on TikTok or Instagram, make sure you do that. Triple the Nonsense on TikTok, Triple the Nonsense Podcast on Instagram. We are hoping very, very soon. I know we sound like a broken record at this point, to finish our arts episode.
We know it's been a month, but
we know it's been a month. We know that it's long overdue, but trust us, we want to make sure that that ending of that arc is good enough for you guys and something that we truly are happy with. So bear with us at that point. And in the meantime, I hope you guys are still enjoying the stream of nonsense episodes along with some of these one-off episodes. So yeah.
Or if you would rather each episode just be a different theme and like ditch the arc thing, let us know. I mean, I personally like the arcs, but like if you all would rather it just be like random every single week, we could do that for season 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah.
we are along for the journey for many more years to come.
And there's no rules.
Yeah.
we're just hanging out.
Yeah, these last 21 episodes? Are we on 21?
This is 21. Yeah.
We have been so blessed with everybody who's been listening and watching the podcast that, I didn't think, Joey might have. I didn't think we would even have 21 episodes up at this point. So,
crushing it.
Yep.
Well, on that final note, I am Joey.
I'm Carleen.
And where's Pete? And this was Triple the Nonsense.
And we'll see you next week.